Hello everyone! In this tutorial I will show you how to use my Dynamic Rain project available on Unreal Engine Marketplace. This is the first person template and the Dynamic Rain is already here. Let's open up an example map. Let's hit the play button. You can see that the effect is working. First of all, post-process volume. If you will go to Materials and Post-Process, you will see these material instances. Use this one as post-process materials. If you will open up material instance, you will see the set of different parameters. You can play with it and choose the style you want it to be. Depending on material instance, you will have a different visual style also. Next, Dynamic Rain blueprint. There is two Dynamic Rain blueprints, complex and simple. Complex blueprint simulates the movement of liquid with viscosity. This one doesn't use viscosity, but it works faster. It's up to you which one to use. Let's see. Dynamic Rain complex, and you can see there is a list of parameters. Virtual plane distance. Let's look at the pawn we use. The pawn center is right here, but the camera is a little behind. If I will rotate the pawn right here at the right, I will rotate it right, but the camera moves left. That's why we need to move the plane a little forward. If we will use the third-person template, where the camera is far away from the character, then you will need to use higher value right here, higher value. Let's hit the play button. You can dynamically change these parameters. Drops per second. This is not the actual number of drops. This is more like a chance of having a drop. Active or not. Viscosity of the drops. Minimal and maximum value. Also, you can choose different size of the drops, its color, and the color variations. Also, you can choose different raindrop textures. For real project, I believe you will use the textures made by professional artists, not by me. This is just an example. Okay, so complex. Let's stop the simulation. There is also third one of blueprint, rain trigger. This zone, rain trigger, have an additional have a parameter raindrops per second. Also, this value 10 will be added to this one. Attention everyone, if you wanted to stop rain, you will need to use negative values to stop an effect. We already talked about different type of post-processing. The post-process is the visual style, just a visual style of how screen effect is applied. But if you wanted to change the parameters of this rain simulation, you should go right here, simulation folder, and there is a set of material instances. Let's hit the play button. So we using dynamic rain complex. This actor uses these two materials. These materials, it's almost the same. It just use different texture targets. Do not touch this one. You shouldn't touch it. If there is a set of parameters like fading, how the simulation reacts on your movement. For instance, if I will go forward, or I will look up and down, you will see that depending on this parameter, you will have the different results. There is also a normal map that used for movement variations. If you set this to 0 and this to 0, you will see that now the rain looks different. And if you will increase one of the values, let's copy this one and put it right here. Depending on a normal map, this normal map is used. Depending on the normal map, the drops will move a different way. So please try a different one and find the way you want it to look like. There is a couple of secrets I want to show you. Okay, so we have a render targets textures right here. For instance, this one. Let's hit the play button. This texture is used in post-process materials and in a simulation, but you can also use this texture whatever you want it. For instance, let's go to post-process volume, and we will set this value to 0. You can see no effect right now, but we can use this texture somewhere else, like dirt mask. Let's hit the play button. You can use these textures inside the materials. For instance, let's go here. Let's use base materials and get this texture. Use it right here. Apply. Let's hit the play button. Also, the last things, let's go to level blueprint. Right here you can see, right here you can see the use of additional function, splash. You can use this function to generate not the rain, but effects like blood splashes or acid or dirt or whatever it is. And it's up to you how to use them. This splash texture, let's return to post-process volume, and we don't need this one. Let's make it 1 and play, and let's hit some buttons like 1, 2 or 3. You can see this splash, and this is the example of the acid splash. You can see the used textures right here for the blood splash and acid splash. If you will use it in the game, you will probably use your own textures. These textures is just an example. This dynamic rain project is pretty much complex. It will give you the ability to render raindrops or snow, dirt, blood, and everything else. It's up to you how to use it. This is just a tool. If you have any questions, you can write a comment here or you can directly ask me. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.